Alright, so I'm going to talk about something that I don't know if God want me to talk about. But I will trust in the wisdom and experiences, knowledge and info that God has just allowed me to have, and I am definitely grateful for it. And I think that sometimes that knowledge and wisdom and ability comes with certain expectations. It comes with certain responsibilities. It comes with certain duties. That's just what I believe. That's how I believe the game is supposed to go. So my conversation is about thoroughbreds, right? Not like horses or, pit bulls, or like, I'll say Rottweilers, because Rottweilers is my favorite dog. But so I'll talk about thoroughbreds, right? Like your bloodline, your DNA, all of that shit. And it's interesting if you was to just look at the average human being, like just that exists. Like sometimes they bodies be stubby, or they heads be stubby, or they have stubby fingers, or like a long torso and short legs, or short legs and a long torso, or just fucking enormous fucking ears, or like they teeth is fucking jagged and ragged and jumping out the gym. You know what I mean? It's like there's a such thing as that shit. You know what I mean? Like, motherfuckers just like, there's some humans that like was just born, without certain shit. And it's kind of one of those things where it almost, man, that shit had my mind going in so many different thoughts, right? It can almost create an atmosphere where life is almost not fair for them. You feel what I'm saying? Because like those people that have those things, they're going to have a harder time at life. Either they're going to be less attractive, or less athletic, or less confident, or less charismatic, or less, they're going to have some fucking type of developmental issues where normally you would think like, okay, this motherfucker should be age appropriate, or this motherfucker should be moving right along. But man, that shit is a real thing. If you feel like you are a thoroughbred human, meaning like 95% of your human functions works fucking efficiently as fuck, then you are a thoroughbred. Like something happened where your DNA did not get fucking tainted or mixed or construed with too many fucking additives and preservatives, and your shit is pure, uncut cocaine. Like your shit is rock, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes you can get a solid parent, a solid mom, and a solid dad, you know what I mean? And they could, you know what I mean? Keep that DNA flowing. But like, what I mean by that is, some say you got a motherfucker that look healthy. You fuck around, have a baby with that motherfucker, and the next thing you know, your baby got a birth defect because of this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, my baby heart is weak or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, my baby my baby left eye twitch or some weird shit. Like, nigga, where did this shit come from? Because I don't got none of this shit in my family history. Nigga, my family, I want to talk humbly about this shit. But I come from a blessed family that has lived a long life. We don't really suffer from too many like health issues unless we cause them ourselves from excessive outside shit. You know, either you're drinking too much, you're smoking too much, you're eating too much, consuming too much sugar. You know what I mean? Something like that, right? You poisoning your own body. But I was just at the store, man, and I was thinking like, God damn, man. There is a such thing as thoroughbreds and, you know, in different bloodlines and stuff like that, man. And it's just an interesting thing, an interesting concept to think about. Because there's a lot of humans, and like, say you got a human that's born with 6 fingers, you know? That motherfucker got something kind of mutated in this motherfucking, in that person's like genes or DNA, you know, for some shit like that to happen. You know what I mean? It's just an interesting concept. Oh yeah, I do want to talk about the efficiency of the body, man, because one of the things that I feel good about is I have always felt interconnected to every single part of my body. Like, I have always felt like I have always been able to feel like I could feel the blood fucking pumping in my veins. I've always felt like I could feel my fucking fingernails growing, my hair growing. I could feel like I've always felt super, super connected to my body. Like if there was something internally wrong, a ligament and something like that, I've always been able to feel it. Like I've always been fucking connected to my body. Which is why I've always struggled with the concept of like taking medicine and stuff like that. I've always struggled with the concept of taking medicine because, one, I don't like anything foreign in my body because I feel like, hey, God made me fucking pretty much perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I don't really need all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? Let me just stick to what, you know, this God shit, and everything gonna be all right. As long as I'm not consuming too much of this man-made shit, God already took care of me, man. I don't need too much shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I swear to God, like, I feel like my body, I could eat fucking grass and like some beans for the rest of my life, and I feel like like however God designed me, bro, that my body would turn that shit into exactly what I need. Like, my body is good like that. And I want to say that I really am appreciative of that. Some people, I feel like I want to say that I feel like thoroughbreds have a very, very strange relationship with like medicine, drugs, alcohol, and different things like that. And this is my theory. When you have strong blood or strong DNA or strong, like your fucking immune system is strong, everything is like solid, I feel like it takes more fucking drugs or more medicine or more whatever to actually get into your system to actually work. Because like, I could be fighting a cold, I could take some medicine, my body will fight the cold and the medicine at the same time. Like, that's how cold my body is. Like, my body would be like, wait a second, nigga. We don't need none of this shit. Like, we don't need this medicine shit, and we don't need this cold shit. This virus or this cold, we don't need this medicine to fight this virus. Like, I got all this shit under control, nigga. Don't panic. And I have always kind of felt like that. And it's one of them things where that's an interesting concept, because I've explained that to like some of my family members and shit. Just how like crazy that is. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, life is so fucking complex. It just affects so many things. The other thing that I wanted to say is like, you can like, sometimes intellectually or brain wise, like, bro, you could be fucking 10 years ahead of people. Like, as an example, I've always been like the youngest member of my family, so to speak, right? But I've always been one of the most outspoken people of my family. And I remember my family having like a family get together. We was like watching a basketball game, playoff game, Super Bowl. We was watching something. And at the time, President Trump, it was 2016, and President Trump was in office. And I said to myself, I remember like kind of bumping heads with my folks, because I told them niggas, I said, man, Trump is like the best thing that happened to black people. You know what I'm saying? And I say that for a couple of different reasons. Now, I ain't gonna explain them reasons right now because that's not what I'm on. But when I said that shit, bro, I'm talking about like I got older relatives that was like that got paper, right? In the streets, all kind of shit. Like, you know what I mean? Got corporate jobs, all kind of shit. And nigga, you know they try to chew my head off because I said that shit. But they just didn't understand like the complexities of what I was trying to explain to them and what I seen even then. Fast forward to 2026, like 10 years later, everybody is pretty much on that same wave. Like, you know, kind of feeling what Trump is doing or feeling what Trump is talking about, so to speak. And the only reason why I'm bringing up Trump is not to really try to like introduce any political conversations, but just to say like, sometime, bro, you can be a thoroughbred in your body and in your mind. You know what I'm saying? And that shit could be a cold thing, man, because that shit could be an isolating thing when you are a thoroughbred person. I guess and don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. I'm just talking about the complexities of life. Like, can you imagine being capable of doing anything physically and trying to communicate that to somebody or trying to get somebody to like do some things that you want them to do, right? Nigga, they gonna be hesitant. Like, oh, let's go walk down the street. Oh, no, man, I can't walk down the street. Like, why not? Oh, my leg pitched to the left, nigga. I can't walk right. Like, it's just something strange about whatever is going on with these people's bodies. Just shit like that. You tell them math problems. Oh, they can't comprehend a math problem. They can't critical think. They can't fucking break down layered information and give tiered answers that identifies each. I don't want to go this way. Let's wash my car. And they can't break down tiered explanations and just critical think about a process, right? If it ain't 1, 2, 3, them motherfuckers will break down, right? But I can understand not only 1, 2, 3, but I can understand 1A, 2A, 3A. You understand? I can also understand 1A.1, 2A.1, 3A.1. You understand? I can understand 1A.2, 2A.2, 3A.3. You understand? All of those are fucking degrees of information. And inside those degrees are separate bits of information that can be also further broke down into further degrees. So, just a thoroughbred conversation and the different things that come with those things in life. And like, how does God just choose or decide to bless certain people or put certain people in certain positions? Man, it's just such an interesting thing. It's an interesting concept, man. It's beautiful, but it's fucking intriguing to me in my mind and how I think all at the same time. One of the things that I want to say too, though, for people that feel like they are a thoroughbred or people that feel like God did bless them a little bit above the next man or the next woman, you know, or the next human, however you see it. And what I mean by that is just with their abilities and their ability to comprehend, their ability, whether it's looks or, you know what I mean? Because it's like, or physically, right? Because I'm not saying that just because a person has more physical ability or maybe a little bit has a better grasp at critical thinking that person deserves to live that person's life is more valuable than the next person's life. I'm not saying that. Each life is as valuable as the next person's life. Each life is as equal. I believe that 100%. But I do believe that people that God put on earth that are capable, I believe that there is a certain responsibility that we all have to like further our group. Meaning, if there was this fucking lion that figured out like, hey man, they got some motherfucking prime gazelles over here, man, they just over here chilling, they got them in abundance. Like, we ain't gotta go hunt, we ain't gotta go over there and hunt them motherfucking big ass elephants that where we damn near getting trampled on, and them wildebeests and shit with them big ass horns. Let's go over here and attack them motherfucking gazelles and shit. Cause they over there chilling. They had never suspected. You know what I mean? It's that lion's duty to tell his people, hey, I got a better grocery store we can go to. It's cheaper. The people are more friendly. You know what I'm saying? They got a wider variety of selections. It's good over there. You understand what I'm saying? I believe that that's a duty that people that feel like they thoroughbreds or they more capable of, like, that's the duty. That's one of the things that's what God blessed you with. You know what I mean? So you got to spread that shit around. But I do want to say that like, we are not all created equal as far as our abilities, our brain power, our beauty, our looks, all of that shit. You know what I mean? And like, that shit is a real thing. But I also want to say that just even if you feel like you are that person, like, I encourage you to have extreme confidence in yourself, extreme, belief, but also practice extreme humility, right? Always, protect your integrity. Always carry yourself with morals and dignity. Because you are the leaders of the world. And the people that don't have these abilities, they are looking to you to like lead the way. So it is part of your responsibility. But it's just an interesting concept, man. And but yeah, shit, I don't know, man. That shit was just on my mind. I was thinking about it and just looking at the different people that be at like Walmart and fucking these big ass super center stores, and you just be like, dang, man, man. So, but yeah, I'm out.